In this video, we're going to look at solving equations that involve using the double angle formulae. Let's have a look. All right, so we're trying to solve this. Solve 2 cos 2 theta equals 7 sine theta, and theta is between 0 and 360. All right, so in order to solve any trig equation, you pretty much always have to match the angles. So the angle here is 2 theta, the angle here is theta. I need it all in terms of one thing. But we've got our double angles, which helps me break the cos 2 theta down into sine thetas and cos thetas. Remember, I've got options with cos theta. It's either cos squared theta minus sine squared theta, or it's 2 cos squared theta minus 1, or it's 1 minus 2 sine squared theta. Really, it's all three of these. We just pick which is the most useful. So what do you think is the most useful one to use in this equation? Well, since I've got a sine over here, I'm going to match the trig term and use this one, because this has only got sine in it, and therefore I'm going to have an equation that only has sine in it. So I've got 2, and then it's cos 2 theta is 1 minus 2 sine squared theta, and that equals 7 sine theta. So let's try to solve this. Expanding, I get 2 minus 4 sine squared theta, and that's 7 sine theta. 2 minus 4 sine squared theta equals 7 sine theta. Getting everything on one side gives me 4 sine squared theta plus 7 sine theta minus 2, and that's all equal to 0. So let's try to solve this equation here. So this one factorizes, and that is 4 sine theta minus 1 and sine theta plus 2. Of course, you can use your calculator to solve quadratics like this. This means that sine theta equals 1/4, or sine theta equals -2. Okay, sine theta is always between -1 and 1, so that gets me no solutions. That's fine, we've not made a mistake, there are just no solutions from that bit. But we do get solutions here. Theta equals inverse sine of 1/4, and that is 14.5 degrees. But I want my second solution as well. So remember, with sine, whatever your principal solution is, your next solution is 180 degrees minus that. And the reason is we've just found this solution, and to get this one, it's just 180 minus what we just got. So 180 minus my previous answer gets me 165.5, and we've solved it. Okay, let's have a go at solving this equation now. So solve sine 2x minus cos x equals 0. And we're looking for x values between 0 and 2 pi, so in radians here. Well, I've only got one option for expanding a sine double angle, so let's just do that. That's 2 sine x cos x minus cos x equals 0. Well, if I factorize out cos x, definitely don't divide through by it, I lose solutions. Factorize out cos x, I get 2 sine x minus 1 equals 0. Well, that means that either cos x equals 0, or this bracket equals 0, which means that sine x is a half. So the solutions to cos x equals 0, and this is ones that are just pretty much good to know, it's pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2. And for sine x equals a half, again, it's handy to just know these. It's pi over 6 and 5 pi over 6. So of course you can use your calculator if you need. All right, there we go. So that's how you can use double angle formulae to help you solve equations. We'll look at a few more examples in the next video.